We are ready when you are.
Okay. So as I said, first of all, I just want to thank you guys, and this is the part where I'm going to get you involved because I want you guys to give yourselves a round of applause because without you guys, without the artists, there would be no Riverfront Arts District. It is because of you guys that we are even attempting to do this dream. So thank you so much, all of you. Thank you for coming here, and thank you for being here, and thank you for all of the times that you like our Facebook posts, for all the times that you share them, for all the times you comment, for all the stuff that you do that helps us to promote this. So in case any of you don't know me, and I don't think that's the case, but I'll do it anyway, my name is JJ. I am Vice President of the Riverfront Arts District. That is my partner Teresa. She is President of the Riverfront Arts District. And we are super excited to have you guys here in what is our temporary office as we search for our permanent building. So this is the Workspace Collective. What this is they are a conglomerate of offices that they rent out to people by the day. They have a day office, they have a common workspace area, you can get a day pass, you can rent the conference room if you needed to have a meeting and do something like that. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is the opportunity for exposure in this place is maximum, and we love that. When we came in and we talked to the owners and we said we are the Riverfront Arts District and we told them what we're trying to do, they said, wow, we love art. We are very excited about having you guys here, and it generated this conversation about partnership. And they said that we could use their walls to promote our artists, to do everything we need to do to get started on this, and we said, we'll take you up on that. We love that. So our goal is to be here probably not more than a year, but you know, things move slow. We are in talks with a number of donors trying to find our permanent building. We'll see how that goes. You know, those gears turn slow, but there are gears that are turning, I can tell you that. It's very, very, very exciting stuff that we have going on right now. So what we are doing in the meantime, if you guys had a chance, there is a paper on all of the tables that you can take a look at. And if you guys want to grab a look at it right now, I'll wait a second because I want you to be able to follow along because there's a lot of information on there. Maybe some people will help hand some out.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
So before I get into why we need the support of our artists, because we love you guys so much, I'm going to tell you what the goal is. So the goal is to turn Riverfront Arts District into Riverfront Arts Creative Center. What we are looking for is a building where we can have a gallery, artist studios, kind of like the Hub, but then we're going to put it on steroids. And then we're going to do even more with it. And we are going to have a cafe that serves beer and wine and decadent desserts and light bites. We are going to have a video production studio and a podcast studio. We are going to rent out offices to other nonprofits. We have so many cool things that we are going to do. We are going to rent our building space out to people that want to have events in it. Because you know what? Maybe you can't afford to buy art. Maybe you're out of wall space for art, but you want to be around it. Everybody wants to be around art, so they want to have an event where the art is. We are also ourselves going to host a number of events. I'm sure you guys have probably all heard of this little event called the Daytona Beach Arts Fest. So, Teresa has a lot of experience in creating events. Those of you that have been to the Five Senses event that I created with Golden Magnolia, you know that I can pull off a pretty good event myself. So we are going to continue down that vein of doing lots and lots of events. And we are excited to have you guys along for that ride. So in trying to get to that point, what we are doing right now is we have created something called a membership with the Riverfront Arts District. And we feel this is the best way to be able to promote our artists right now. So as of right now, there is an intro special where it is only $50 to join until the end of May. Wait, what month is this? There you go. August, yes, thank you. I'm just seeing if you guys are awake, that's all. So until the end of August, you can join for $50. It is a one-time fee, that's it. You don't ever have to pay that fee again. And what that fee does is that allows me to take a professional headshot of you. You guys all know I'm a fairly okay photographer. I can do that for you. So we will do a headshot, we will do a bio, we will put you on our website. We will get your work on our website so you will have a digital presence. That's what that intro fee, that enrollment fee goes toward, is the time to be able to set that all up, okay? Then there's a monthly membership fee of just $20. I don't know about you guys, but I can't even buy a meal for 20 bucks. So it's a nominal fee. I think it works out to 71 cents a day. And being a member of the Riverfront Arts District means that every time we do an event, you guys get the priority. So when we say we have this many booths available, we're waiting to hear from you guys first. And then, when those booths are filled up and there's still some left over for other people, we give them to other people. But our members get priority. Not only that, I am working on a number of partnerships that are very exciting. I can't wait to tell you about them, but I don't have all the details in place yet, so I can't. So you'll have to wait, but it's very exciting. But these partnerships are going to be a number of events, and I'll give you a little hint on one. So there is a gentleman that I'm talking to that he loves bourbon. Can't blame him there, it's a fun drink, I've had it myself. So he wants to do a bourbon tasting, and he has a really cool location, and he knows a lot of people that love art. And he wants us to do an exhibition in his location with our artists with this bourbon tasting. Now for that, because it's a limited number of people I can take to that exhibition, guess who I'm taking? Only our member artists. If you're not a member, you don't get extended the invitation to things like that. You always, even if you're not a member, get to come to our monthly events like our First Friday Art Walk, our wine walks, thing like that. But there will be special exhibitions that are available to our member artists only. Now commission on sales, standard 30%. My goal is to promote you, to get your work out there. As you know, I'm an artist myself. If you don't sell, you're not making money. Guess what? If you don't sell, I'm not making money. I want you guys to sell. You have seen a little bit of the marketing that I can do through other venues that I've worked with. I will promote the heck out of you. I will promote you until your pieces sell. That is the entire job that I will have. I want to do this for you. I want to make your work out there. I want you guys to be the rock stars that you are. And that's why when I say we can't do the Riverfront Arts District without you, that's why. Because it's an arts district. We need artists. We need you guys, and we want to promote you. Now, there are, when we do the events, like the First Friday Art Walk and the wine walks, and you guys have your own booth set up, there's no commission on that. So once you pay your little booth fee, and you get a discount on booth fees for being a member, once you pay your little booth fee, whatever you sell at that table, that's for you. Provide your own POS system, sell your works, that's great. Thank you for coming, we love that, you know, that's awesome. And as you see on the next one, discount on monthly market booths. I'm pretty sure I just said that, but that's where that is. And flexibility and freedom. We are not going to deny you guys for being in another gallery. Be in another gallery. Try to sell your work. That's your job, is to try and sell your work. You're artists. Get your creativity out there. I'm not going to say, no, you can't be in another gallery. Be in another gallery. Be in 5. Try to sell your works. That's great. I love that. We want to partner with every gallery on B Street. We want to be companions of other galleries. We want to promote them in the same way we promote you, because if we have a thriving arts community, we all win. And that's what we're looking for. So to that note, before I get into, well, I'll go into the membership benefits, and then I'll tell you guys about some of the great stuff we've got coming up. So membership benefits, online presence. I had a whole presentation. I was going to show it to you. It was great. The technology said no. I said yes. It said no. I said yes. It said tough crap. I don't care. So if you go to our website, I do have a demo set up. If you go to our website and you go to artists, you will see that I have one of my art pieces on there for you guys to see. And I did that specifically so you can see what it would look like to have your work on our website. So when you're a member artist, your work will get put on our website. That is no additional cost to you. That is something we are going to do because we want to promote you. We want your work to sell. And people are more likely to buy online right now anymore than they are in person. So we want that option out there for them. Promotional opportunities. I will put you on social media. I'm going to do reels. I'm going to feature you in our monthly newsletter because, again, you guys are the heart of this entire thing. We want everyone to know who you are, what your work looks like, how incredible it is, and we want them to tell their friends about it. So there will be maximum promotion on social media. Community exposure. I am working on a number of partnerships, and those of you that know me from the past know that this has been a goal of mine forever. I am working with general contractors, interior designers, hotels, restaurants to get our artists' work And if you look up on the wall here, I've got one of my pieces there with a sample. It'll have a little tag just like that with it, with a QR code. So anybody in this hotel can scan that QR code, buy it on the spot, and walk off with it. They might have to show the front desk, look, I do have a receipt, I'm not walking off with your artwork, but they can do that. That will be a capability. Again, we want to make this as easy as possible. So it's not like in the old days when somebody goes into a restaurant and they say, wow, this work of art is amazing. Who is this artist? And they go, it's Beth Carroll. Okay, well, how do I get in touch with Beth Carroll? Well, here's your phone number. Okay, I'm going to call her. Now I got her voicemail. She's got to call me back. And it turns into this whole thing. By the time you get done, they're not willing to buy anymore because you know what? People are impulsive buyers. They buy on the spot. So when they see a QR code and they know they can scan that and they can buy your work and they can walk out right then, your chances of selling that piece just went up exponentially. Special exhibitions, I talked to you guys about that a little bit. We are going to be doing, hopefully, this bourbon tasting. I know we're going to be doing a wine tasting coming up. Again, these special exhibitions will be for our member artists. So when you're a member, you get the opportunity to be a part of that. And there are so many cool things that we have coming down the pipeline that we're working on. And you know, like I said, we're both event creators. So we will be creating events that will showcase you. Workshops and events. What that is my chance to finally, as I've always wanted to, provide workshops to you guys so you know how to promote yourselves. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean, oh, JJ, am I going to have to create an Instagram page? If you want, there might be a workshop for that. It might also be a workshop that explains to you how you can maximize. Somebody grab Brian, he just walked by. Tell him to come on in here. It might show you how to maximize what you're selling in your booth at a monthly market. Believe it or not, there's a formula for that. So I will let you in on that formula, on what that looks like, so that you guys can make sure that not only are you making your booth feedback. How many of you guys have ever been to an arts fest or an art show and been like, God, if I can just make my booth feedback, that's all I'm asking for this weekend, right? There are ways to get around that. I will be doing workshops that will show you guys how to do that. All of that will be available to our members. So our rental program, this is a really cool thing. Have you guys heard that art rentals is something that is gaining fire across the nation? Now what does that mean? That means like if I am a hospital, do I want to buy a piece of art that's going to sit there on the wall and 5 years later it's still there and it's dusty now? And no, they want turnover, but they don't want to pay top dollar for turnover. So what they do is they rent art. A lot of these bigger corporations are now renting art. So what that looks like is we rent it to them for 10% of the value. So let's say you have a piece that you're selling for $1,000. That means that we rent that to them for $100 a month. That gets split 50-50 between the artists and us for pulling the program together. They have a minimal rental period of 3 months. So now they've got this $1,000 piece, they're 3 months in, they paid $300 to have it there, and they say, hey JJ, you know what? I want to buy this. This thing is so cool, we need to have it here. Great. Now they only owe the balance. Now they owe the $700, and you're like, well, wait a minute, do I have to pay 30% commission on $700 now? No, you don't. So now we deduct the commission that we have already got from the 50-50 split, and we make sure that our total commission on that $1,000 piece is only 30%. So we're not getting more than what we would get if you guys were to sell it outright anyway. But it gives you greater exposure to be able to be in these bigger corporations. And again, all of these rentals come with a QR code. Because if your work is up in a massive hotel and it sells, great. I'm going to bring you another piece. And then we'll start the rental relationship over again. Maximum exposure, that's what we're looking for. So, to display artwork in here, what's that going to cost me, JJ? It's only going to cost you $3 a square foot. That's what you guys pay at any gallery. So what does that look like? There's a couple examples down there, but what that looks like is we are going to round that up to the next square foot just because it's easy. And you're like, well, wait a minute, if I only have an 8 by 10, do I have to pay for 12 by 12? Okay, yeah, but work with me here. The math on that is 1 foot by 1 square foot, which is
$3.
$3. 1 square foot times 3 is $3. It is $3 a month for you to have this piece on the wall. Now I'm asking you to commit each piece for 3 months because I don't have time to change them out every single month. But 3 months also provides you with even more exposure. After 3 months, if you still want that piece to stay up, great. If you say, hey, I got another piece, great. We change it out for another piece, that's fine. But that's how that'll work. So that is the membership that we are offering to you guys. And again, if you guys want to sign up before the end of August, not May, you can do that at a discounted rate. In September, it will jump back up to $75 a year. Now, if you are with us and then after a year you leave and you say, okay, I didn't want to do that, and then after 2 months you realize that was a horrible mistake and you want to come back, now there's another enrollment fee. So as long as you stay with us, that enrollment fee never comes back. But if you leave and then you decide to come back later, then there is another one, because now I've got to put you all back on the website again. So that's what that's for. Any questions on the membership before I start to get into events? Because I know that was a lot. Yes?
This isn't a co-op then?
It is not a co-op. No, I am going to work my tail off to sell your pieces. You do not have to worry about selling them to yourselves unless you purchase a booth for the First Friday Art Walk, for the Wine Walk, or we do a special exhibition, and of course you guys have to show up with your shiny happy selves because people always want to meet the artists. So that's the only part you'll have to do. Yes?
Or can we come the night of the First Friday and, or, forget what I'm trying to put it in words.
That's okay.
Is there gonna be like music and?
Absolutely. Yes. So for the First Friday Art Walks and the Wine Walks, we have 2 options available for you. We have spaces in here. Those are on a limited basis. There aren't, so those of you that want air conditioning, you got to make sure you specify up front because there are a limited number of spaces that we will have in here. This will be a wine stop. It'll also be a stop for the First Friday Art Walk. Also, in addition to that, we will have the spot right down here on the corner of International and B Street. If you go down there where all the metal pergolas are, we've got that corner. We also have Magnolia down where all the food trucks are. So when you are out and you're shopping, what do you want? You want to eat, you want to drink. We've got them both covered. So we will have wine here, we will have food, we're at the food trucks, we are everywhere that the people will be to be able to, again, provide you maximum exposure. That's the entire thing we're looking for. Does that answer your question? But even if you don't have a booth set up for that, come, enjoy, hang out, talk to people, absolutely, promote yourself. I will never discourage you guys from promoting yourselves. I want you to be successful any way you can.
How?
Are you talking about setting up a tent booth or a table?
In here, it's a table. Yeah, 6-foot table, maximum space. So if you don't want to do a 6-foot table, say you're a jewelry person and you're like, well, I want to bring in a couple of high tops, your maximum space is still 6 feet. So if you want to bring in easels, if you want to bring in a table, and that's up to you to provide those. We're not providing that so that you can have as much freedom with it, your space as you want. But yes.
Do you provide the table?
No.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you have a 6-foot back wall, like put photography up, and then can you have a table in front of it? How about some mad photos?
I know what you're talking about. On the corner and on Magnolia Street, absolutely. If you're in here,
And here, how about it?
as long as you're not coming out, the biggest concern is we need to have the area clear for fire code. So as long as your table isn't going to jut out so much now that we are impeding traffic, that's the biggest concern.
You can bring a smaller table and then 2 mats or smaller.
I love that idea. Absolutely. Yes, your 6 feet of space is you to do with as you like. And one of the coolest areas is actually, we're going to be right up there. So if you haven't had a chance to go up and check out that area yet, there's a whole lounge area up there. And we're putting at least 2 to 3 tables up there. Well, if you're a person and you're out and you're drinking wine, where are you going to go? Are you going to sit in the hard lumpy chair or are you going to be on the couch?
So that's 6 by 3, right?
What's that?
Not 6 by 6, 6 by 3.
Right. Yes, exactly. Correct. Yes. But yeah, you're going to be on the comfy couch. So that's, that's going to be a great spot for whoever wants that.
So if we rent wall space
Yes.
here, You'll be processing the sales here.
Correct, yep. All the sales we process through our website, even if they come to me and they say, JJ, I want this piece on the wall, I'm gonna be like, okay, we'll scan the QR code. And if they don't say, well, I don't know how to scan the QR code, I'm still gonna process it digitally. Everything will be done digitally, so.
Is there a number of pieces that you're limited to?
It's gonna depend, don't touch the cord. Not do that again. Okay, is there a number of pieces you're limited to? That's a great question. So, at this time, probably just 2 to 3, but it's gonna depend on how much support we get, how many people sign up. As you can see, not you this. It just depends on how much wall space we end up consuming. Now, there is a whole second upstairs, and as somebody who's been on an upstairs of a gallery before, I was always like, oh, come on, nobody goes upstairs. They do here. Because there's another conference room upstairs, there's a lot of offices upstairs. While you guys are here, please take the time to go upstairs and check it out. So there will be work upstairs, there will be work down here. Once we consume all of our wall spaces, obviously we're gonna have to get a little strict on how much more we can take on. So, you know, right now it's kind of like the Wild West. We're figuring it out as we go, we're taking what we want, but there's gonna come a time when we're gonna have to probably start saying, okay, we can only accept an 8 by 12. We can only, you know, whatever the space availability will be to us. But to begin with, yes, we're probably only accepting about 2 to 3 pieces per artist, just because we don't want to inundate the place with one person's work. We want to share it for everybody. And we're still working on all of this, so even though this is not a co-op, again, you guys, you are the heart of this. So if we're doing something and you say, that don't make any sense. Why don't you do it like this? I might go, hey, you're right, that's a great idea. Because we are trying to create this from the ground up, which means that you guys are the pioneers on this. In fact, our term for the people that sign up with us at first, we call you foundation artists, because you are helping us build the foundation for this incredible dream that we are putting together. So we welcome your feedback, we welcome your questions. Yes?
When is the first Friday?
So the first Friday is going to be October. Then we're going to do the first, in fact, that's a great segue. Are there any other membership questions, or should I jump into events?
Yes,
Yeah,
about
members.
the enrollment for the membership. If you are this year to study, it's $50. If you renew the next year, it will be $50.
No, it's a one-time fee.
Oh,
it-
one time.
Yep. So as long as you
It's
still,
not every year.
nope, not at all. As long as you stay a member. Now, if you leave and then realize you made a horrible
Oh,
mistake and try
that's
to come
what you
back,
say. I
yes,
see.
that's when
Now, I have another thing about the art rental and the program.
yeah.
If you have passed the 3 months and the painting doesn't sell,